Christ the Redeemer statue. Christ the Redeemer Portuguese, Cristo Redentor, standard Brazilian Portuguese. Cristo Redentor, our local pronunciation, ʁedẽṭtoʁ, is an Art Deco statue of Jesus Christ in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, created by French sculptor Paul Landowski and built by Brazilian engineer Heitor da Silva Costa. In collaboration, Romanian sculptor Gheorghe Leonida fashioned the face. Constructed between 1922 and 1931, the statue is 30 meters 98 ft high, excluding its 8 meter 26 ft pedestal. The arms stretch 28 meters 92 ft wide. The statue weighs 635 metric tons, 625 long, 700 short tons, and is located at the peak of the 700-meter 2,300 ft Corcovado mountain in the Tijuca Forest National Park overlooking the city of Rio de Janeiro. A symbol of Christianity across the world, the statue has also become a cultural icon of both Rio de Janeiro and Brazil, and was voted as one of the new 7 wonders of the world. It is made of reinforced concrete and soapstone. History. Vincentian priest Pedro Maria Bosch first suggested placing a Christian monument on Mount Corcovado in the mid-1850s to honor Princess Isabel, regent of Brazil and the daughter of Emperor Pedro Roman II, but the project was not approved. In 1889, the country became a republic, and due to the separation of church and state, the proposed statue was dismissed. The Catholic Circle of Rio made a second proposal for a landmark statue on the mountain in 1920. The group organized an event called Semana do Monumento Monument Week to attract donations and collect signatures to support the building of the statue. The organization was motivated by what they perceived as godlessness in the society. The donations came mostly from Brazilian Catholics. The designs considered for the statue of the Christ included a representation of the Christian cross, a statue of Jesus with a globe in his hands, and a pedestal symbolizing the world. The statue of Christ the Redeemer with open arms, a symbol of peace, was chosen. Local engineer Heitor da Silva Costa and artist Carlos Oswald designed the statue. French sculptor Paul Landowski created the work. In 1922, Landowski commissioned fellow Parisian Romanian sculptor Gheorghe Leonida, who studied sculpture at the Fine Arts Conservatory in Bucharest and in Italy. A group of engineers and technicians studied Landowski's submissions and felt building the structure of reinforced concrete designed by Albert Caquot instead of steel was more suitable for the cross-shaped statue. The concrete making up the base was supplied from Limhamn, Sweden. The outer layers are soapstone, chosen for its enduring qualities and ease of use. Construction took 9 years, from 1922 to 1931, and cost the equivalent of US $250,000, equivalent to $3,600,000 in 2020, and the monument opened on October 12, 1931. During the opening ceremony, the statue was to be lit by a battery of floodlights turned on remotely by Italian shortwave radio inventor Guglielmo Marconi, stationed 9,200 kilometers 5,700 miles away in Rome, but because of bad weather, the lights were activated on site. In October 2006, on the 75th anniversary of the statue's completion, Archbishop of Rio, Cardinal Eusebio Oscar Schade, consecrated a chapel, named after Brazil's patron saint Our Lady of the Apparition, under the statue, allowing Catholics to hold baptisms and weddings there. Lightning struck the statue during a violent thunderstorm on February 10, 2008, causing some damage to the fingers, head, and eyebrows. The Rio de Janeiro state government initiated a restoration effort to replace some of the outer soapstone layers and repair the lightning rods on the statue. Lightning damaged it again on January 17, 2014, dislodging a finger on the right hand. In 2010, a massive restoration of the statue began. Work included cleaning, replacing the mortar and soapstone on the exterior, restoring iron in the internal structure, and waterproofing the monument. Vandals attacked the statue during renovation, spraying paint along the arm. Mayor Eduardo Pes called the act a crime against the nation. The culprits later apologized and presented themselves to the police. In reference to Brazil striker Ronaldo's usual goal celebration of both arms outstretched, the Pirelli Tire Company ran a 1998 commercial in which he replaced the statue while in an Inter Milan strip. The commercial was controversial with the Catholic Church. Restoration. In 1990, several organizations, including the Archdiocese of Rio de Janeiro, media company Grupo Globo, oil company Shell do Brasil, environmental regulator IBAMA, National Institute of Historic and Artistic Heritage, and the city government of Rio de Janeiro entered an agreement to conduct restoration work. More work on the statue and its environs was conducted in 2003 and early 2010. In 2003, a set of escalators, walkways, and elevators were installed to facilitate access to the platforms surrounding the statue. The 4-month restoration in 2010 focused on the statue itself. The statue's internal structure was renovated and its soapstone mosaic covering was restored by removing a crust of fungi and other microorganisms and repairing small cracks. The lightning rods located in the statue's head and arms were also repaired, and new lighting fixtures were installed at the foot of the statue. The restoration involved 100 people and used more than 60,000 pieces of stone taken from the same quarry as the original statue. During the unveiling of the restored statue, it was illuminated with green and yellow lighting in support of the Brazil national football team playing in the 2010 FIFA World Cup. Maintenance work needs to be conducted periodically due to the strong winds and erosion to which the statue is exposed, as well as lightning strikes. The original pale stone is no longer available in sufficient quantity, and replacement stones are increasingly darker in hue. Similar structures. Christ the Protector in Encantado, Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil 43. Christ the Redeemer in Rio Verde, Goiás, Brazil. Christ in the Mount in Pitangui, Minas Gerais, Brazil. Cristo del Otero in Palencia, Spain, built in 1930-21 m. Cristo Rey statue, Mexico, located on the Cerro del Cubilete in Guanajuato, Mexico, inspired by Rio's Christ the Redeemer 23 m. Cristo Rey in Tenancingo, Mexico, 30 m, 30 m, 30 m, 30 m. Christ Blessing in Manado, North Sulawesi, Indonesia 30 m, 30 m. Christ of Havana in Havana, Cuba, inspired by Christ the Redeemer 20 m. Christ of the Abyss in various underwater locations. Christ of the Ozarks in Arkansas, United States, inspired by Rio's Christ the Redeemer 20 m. Christ of Vung Tau in Vietnam 32 m. Christ the King in Swebedzin, Poland 33 m, 3 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 m. Christ the Redeemer of the Andes, Argentina/Chile. Christ the Sacred Heart of Jesus, Ibiza, Spain, inspired by Christ the Redeemer 23 m. Cristo Blanco in Cusco, Peru. Cristo de la Concordia in Cochabamba, Bolivia 34 m. Cristo de los Noes in Tarian, Mexico 22 m. 2 m. 2 m. Cristo del Pacifico in Lima, Peru, erected in 2011 37 m. 7 m. 7 m. 7 m. Patung Yesus Christus in Mansanam Island, West Papua, Indonesia 30 m. Cristo Redentor, Christ, the Redeemer of Maritia, Italy 21 m. Cristo Rey, Christ, the King in Almada, Portugal 28 m. Cristo Rey of Dili in Dili, Timor-Leste 27 mm. Cristo Rey Madeira on Madeira Island, completed in 1927 15 m. Cristo Rey in Lubango, Angola 14 m. Statue of Cristo Luz in Balneario Camboriú, Santa Catarina, Brazil. Statue of Jesus Christ on the top of Sagrat Cor, Barcelona, Spain. Cas Salvatore, Malta 12 mm. Statue of Jesus Christ, Monte Urgel, Donostia San Sebastian, Spain 12 mm. Jesus the Greatest in IMO, Nigeria, Africa's tallest statue of Jesus, and fifth tallest statue on the continent 8.53 m. Cristo del Picacho in Tegucigalpa, Honduras. Cristo Redentor, Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. Christ the King, Lebanon, Lebanon. Another imitation statue of Christ the Redeemer is at Nellore, Andhra Pradesh, India. Shrish Patil, imitation at Kovalam, near Trivandrum, Kerala, India. Imitation at Eco Park, Kolkata, India. Christ the Redeemer of Malacca is on the Portuguese settlement square in Malacca, Malaysia 20 tall. Cristo Rey in Colombia 26 m. Cristo Rey by Herbicide Solar in Sunland Park, New Mexico 8.83 mm, 3 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 m, 3 m, 3 m, 3 m. Cristo Redentor, Barranca Province, Lima, Peru, Peru. Gallery,